Chat GPT versus copywriters. Where does that go in the future? How does it look? How does Chat GPT influence copywriting? And, will it replace all that low-level junk content that people end up writing on their websites? What does that look like?
For me, copy is everything, right? So like if I have a skill, then it would be as a copywriter, rather than I'd never identify as like, a social media guy or like an email guy or anything like that. And I just think no matter what the channel or tactic, everything ultimately comes down to words. It always has. I don't care, even if we're talking about a YouTube video, it's still like, who wrote the script, right? Like everything at some level is words. For that reason, like a lot of people, was quite anxious when ChatGPT came out, because I was like, this is everything, and it's just like, it's gone. And then I was quite quickly reassured. I don't really think anyone knows where that's going to go, but I think for the time being, so by definition, all ChatGPT does is regurgitate what already exists, right? Like literally that's all it can do. It's just an aggregator of existing information. So I don't think there's too much to worry about in that respect at the moment. I've not seen any example of like true creativity from ChatGPT. I just don't think that's what it's for fundamentally as a tool. So and exactly the same exists with the various design tools. So I think the question is like, do you actually have something to say? Because if you don't, and sadly most marketers don't, right? Like most copywriters, they did like an English degree at university, so they think they'd be a copywriter. Or like most designers, well, it's because they're half decent on Photoshop or blah, blah, blah. Those people need to be worried, right? Because there are tools that can do the thing that they're doing. Yeah. But if you actually have something to say that doesn't currently exist in the world, then these are just tools that can help you say it, more efficiently at scale, blah, blah, blah. So, there are definitely some very specific applications. So, for example, from like a search perspective, the ability to take a page of content and spin that into 20 different pages with unique content so it gets indexed, etc. There are some very like specific applications that, are really exciting, really genuinely very useful. But fundamentally, it is not going to make a bad copywriter a good copywriter. So I don't think there's too much to worry about at the moment, but I think we all need to be very careful about predicting what comes next.
I think it's probably at its peak at the moment until we see some actual improvement upon like how it's being used. And I think from what we've seen, a lot of those lower end jobs that do a lot of like automated data processing, those are the things that are really at risk.
Yeah. So automation up until like now, like I would say it's always within those more structured environments where the application is more obvious and more robust.
Yep.
I think with ChatGPT, there was for a period this like excitement / concern that like it was going beyond that, and it was like true creativity that was being replaced.
Yeah.
It absolutely, that is 100% not the case. I'm not saying it won't be the case, but as of today, 100% isn't. So I think you're right. Like it is, whether it's a marketing function, finance function, whatever, can you identify those tasks that are highly repeatable, highly structured, etc., and there has to then be an automation solution to that.